That's right. Welcome back to the Puck Drop Podcast. I'm Cole, the NHL Music Man Chapman, and I'm here with Lieutenant Dangle D, Destin Edgington. And we're brought to you by Hockey Stops. As always, go check them out up in Ogden and Logan. Corey is doing some awesome stuff. He's getting heavily involved in the hockey community. That's all we're going to say. And Utah, I'm actually wearing a Utah. This is not a Utah Hockey Club t-shirt. This is a Utah t-shirt. They are a restaurant, if you will, but bar restaurant up in Ogden. And they have a lot of hockey swag, or they got some hockey themed beers. The bar down. They have a new IPA out. It's called the Bar Down. So make sure you go check that out. And summertime is coming, and they've got an awesome patio that shares the outfield of the Ogden Raptors. So it's just a good time. Have you been to, and by the way, we have a guest here with us. Matt, I forgot your last name. I told you I wasn't going to remember. You were going to. And I was like, no, he'll remember now. LaFondiere or something?
Hereda.
Oh, there we go.
Got it. Matt Hereda.
All right. So,
and I'm the one that's got a concussion.
It's only keeping the important things.
Yeah. I'm over here stuck. Like Hereda. Yeah, exactly.
So I hit up Matt because Destin's been fighting a concussion the past 5 days, and I didn't know if he was going to make it through a filming. So I was like, I need somebody to shoot with and talk some Utah hockey with. So he's here. Destin is making it.
We're all right.
He's hanging in there.
You're a good soldier.
Yeah.
Good soldier.
It's rough.
Matt attended our watch party at Beer Bar. How'd you like that? Did you have a good time?
That was absolutely incredible.
How'd you hear about it?
You know, I one of the social media platforms
Yeah.
I saw. I mean, you guys were plastering it everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was like 3 or 4 different watch parties going on. You know, we had a bar named Sue and Mike's
Austin.
and such.
Yep. I love Austin though.
Yeah. SLC Puck. Love him.
Yeah. So me and a couple of the boys Sunday, so we decided to go ice skating, and we were originally going to go to Austin's party, but then we were kind of ran late ice skating. We're like, well, Beer Bar's a lot closer.
Okay.
Let's go to Beer Bar.
Sorry, Austin.
I saw Austin yesterday. I apologize already. So.
Yeah. He's awesome. We love Austin.
I love
He's all
Austin.
good.
He's such a good dude.
Good guy.
So we went to Beer Bar. We showed up, and it's just we had the really cool vibes. I mean, Beer Bar's always cool regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Good food, good beer selection,
Projectors and everything.
Yeah. But then you guys come in there and just take it up a level.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We've got goal horns. We've got organ music. I've got Banner punching other players to Mortal Kombat music. My goodness.
I forgot I played that. Yeah, that was awesome.
Dude, we were locked in at that point. We're like, this is the
cool.
spot going forward.
We've got a big one coming up too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you saw. I posted a little teaser video. We're planning something for the Stanley Cup. And I'll just say it's going to be at a massive venue with massive screens. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking 50-foot tall by 100-foot wide screens. Anyways, so follow our socials. Make sure you're watching out for that because it's going to be cool.
No, that's I saw the little teaser video. I'm like, all right, what are these boys up to now? It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Always up to something.
Well, that's what we want to do with this podcast. We want to do like live event type of stuff. You know, like obviously we want a podcast still, but
get out and be different.
Yeah, right? And I want to use my experience that I got doing the music for the Utah Grizzlies. So I was like, cool, I can do this at Beer Bar. I can plug in my laptop, and I can be. I'm not an NHL music man, but I'm going to make myself an NHL music man, whether the Utah Hockey Club likes it or not.
Well, you had my buddies convinced at that point. I mean, the music you were playing, the prizes we were giving away, the shot block, of course.
Oh yeah, that's
just
so much fun.
Everything about that watch party was absolute perfection. So you guys are killing
Appreciate it, man. That was fun.
Yeah. I'm sad I'm going to miss the next one.
And shout out,
and
shout out to Jay because like he kind of helped us
absolutely.
With that.
Jay Stevens, Utah Puck Report, freaking love you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know
it takes an army to
do everything.
Absolutely.
I don't know where we would be without half the people that I've met throughout.
Yeah, and we're all here for the same
months.
thing. That's the best part. It's like we're all doing our own thing on our own, agenda with what we do, and at the end of the day, like. Still,
it's the same goal. What are we trying to do? We're trying to introduce new fans of hockey. We're trying to grow the sport, grow the game,
be successful in whatever avenue you're trying to pursue.
Exactly. Everyone does it a little bit differently, but it's the same goal. And it's amazing that we have this community currently, and it's grown so fast in such a short time.
I was actually thinking about that today. So like all of the groups and stuff, like when it was first announced, like the NHL Utah groups, like all the Utah Hockey Club groups, it was such a small, tight knit thing, and now it's grown to be like 10,000 people in these groups, and it's like you don't even know who anybody is anymore. And it's I kind of miss the days of the early announcements, but. It's cool. It's cool.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like even more recently, like I've joined like the Salty Ice Insiders and like talking with them and their chat groups and everything.
Yeah, I got them scheduled today to come out.
Amazing. Yeah. But like meeting that group of people and just new fans, old fans who have just been blowing up my brain with knowledge when it comes to hockey, and just meeting them at the games, putting faces to names, and just seeing this community. Every meeting gets a little bigger.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And I'm like, I love this.
Yeah,
this is what Utah needed. This is what we all wanted. We wanted to just build a huge community that just has a goal of bringing the cup home.
Yep. Let's do it.
Year 3, I'm guaranteeing it.
Hey.
I'm saying 3.
By the way, I haven't even told you this. Remember that CAD file that I shared with you? It's the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So I do engineering work for my day job, and I got a hold of a 3D CAD file for a Stanley Cup replica.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a replica, same size and everything for that huge watch party that we're doing.
My goodness.
And it's gonna be 3D printed, shiny.
We have to have everybody's name engraved on that thing.
That'd be cool. Yes.
That we've had on the podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think more importantly, like at some point, are we putting beers in there and drinking out of the Stanley Cup?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That was the most important question to me. Like, that's the closest I'm ever going to get to doing that. So I've got to do it.
Yeah.
We just got to wear white gloves.
Yeah.
Can't touch it.
Wipe her down after.
Hey, let's have some guy in a nice suit.
Yeah. Keep the tradition alive.
We'll have like somebody outside of the podcast be the holder that houses it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I'll come get this from you next season. Just make sure you take care of it.
Yeah. No one can touch each other.
Yeah.
Yep. Every engraving.
That's awesome.
Every engraving.
So, Matt, what was your introduction to hockey?
Oh man. So really it goes all the way back to my dad.
Yeah.
So he grew up in New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
And so, hockey's a lot bigger out east. He played hockey throughout kind of junior high school. Actually, a really funny story is when he first wanted to play hockey, he wanted to get these really nice skates, some CCM SuperTax.
Okay.
Expensive at the time, $7,500, something like that. So my grandfather said, you get like a 3.8 or better, I'll buy you the skates. My dad's like a 2.0, 2.5 student. Studies off. Gets like a 3.9 GPA.
Oh, wow.
My grandpa's like, what the hell? Follows through, buys the skates. GPA crashes right back down to 2.0.
Love it.
So fair enough. So
I mean, that's probably all hockey players, right?
100%.
Like, they work for it when they need to, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting gear out of this? Yeah, I'll do whatever you want.
Especially nowadays. Jeez.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So,
that was a great story. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
So, my dad was a big fan of hockey, big Bruins fan. Bobby Orr was his favorite player. So as a young kid, we'd watch a lot.
He's a Bruins fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, sorry to cut you off, but
Connecticut.
my buddy knew somebody else that had a signed puck from the Boston Bruins. I don't know what year. I don't want to say some 80s team, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe early 90s. And he got a possession of that puck to just give it to me. And I'm like, it's cool, but I want to give it to somebody that it'll mean more to. So it's yours. I'm going to get a hold of it, and I want you to give it to your dad.
Okay? I can't thank you enough. That is an incredible gift, and he will forever love you for that. No, that's super cool. And so my dad was in the Air Force. We traveled around a lot, and so I really got introduced to hockey probably like 5-6 years old, started watching it with them. And at that point, I wanted to play hockey, fell in love with, in particular, goalies. So at 6 years old, my dad bought me my first goalie mask. I remember it was a New Jersey Devil style mask with like the devil's mouth over the mask. And
Yeah.
And I just felt like the coolest kid ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got flames and this devil at 6 years old. I'm so cool.
Yeah.
So then I didn't really have a team at that point. I just started playing street hockey and really getting into the sport until like, I think, was it 96 when the Avs went to Colorado? And those became my boys.
Yep.
Forsberg,
Sakic. Yeah.
Coming from the Nordiques.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've been talking to Forsberg, by the way, too.
Have you really?
So wink, wink. I'll fill you in.
We got his phone number.
Yeah, I'll just even sit out there. So be within his presence. I actually, I'm in a sales role. I met a guy whose daughter was going to college with Joe Sakic's daughter.
Oh, okay.
They all actually went to like the dinner together and everything. I was like,
nice.
dude, that is incredible.
Yeah. My earliest memory of just hockey in general was my older brother. He loved it, and we played it on like the PlayStation 1, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And Joe Sakic. That was my guy when I played. I don't know why. I just liked his last name. And like, Sakic. That's such a cool last name.
Sakic.
Well, and if all goes well, we've got a lot of cool things to unpack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For
which
sure.
we're working on. But yeah, it's fun.
I can see it in you guys. You guys, big stuff's happening. Like, first year, you're like, yeah. We're just growing this. It's getting good. And like, now we kind of know what we're doing.
My phone wouldn't stop blowing up today. It was all great stuff, you know. And I was like, wow, okay, it's cool.
That's the best kind of day.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's just like if it happens 10 days in a row, then I might need Destin to come and give me CPR or something.
Get alive again.
So we got one guy who's dead, one guy with concussion.
I'm over here like, I got rocked, dude. I did a charity game.
Oh yeah, he got it played.
The one you said you got bookshelved in, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I watched that. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely terrible.
I'm not gonna lie, I might have to go throw up.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, go do your thing if you need to.
Bring the mic with you.
Literally
No. Okay.
I'm literally just
This is a non-hockey story, but this is going to be really great.
I'm going to go. I'm serious.
Go. Yeah. Right. And we'll be back. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to keep going.
I used to play in a cool like ska reggae band back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And
you used to play in one?
Yes, I played the bass.
Oh, okay. I'm a violin player.
Hey.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So my band, we were recording this song.
Yeah.
And to end this song, Rum and Coke, we had our guitarist chug a whole bottle of Captain Morgan rum.
Oh, there you go.
And then we took a microphone and we recorded him just puking his guts out for the end of the song. So that's kind of where I was going with all that.
Yeah, a little sound sample.
Sound
fun.
sample. Yeah.
Dude, and that's what I love about making music is just coming up with stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Like, how do we make this sound?
Yeah. I've got a whole music studio at my house. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm heavily into that type of stuff.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So you posted some stats on, I want to talk to you about that a little bit. You posted some stats that you kind of did. And obviously like overtime doesn't count with, you know, that kind of screws up point systems for sure. But what were your findings for the Utah Hockey Club playoffs? I think we're at a 1% chance. I think it bumped up to 1, or is it?
I think we're at like 0.7.
Okay, so
I think, and the reason I kind of did this, you know, first of all, I got this idea last night after the win against Calgary. You know, you're still hyped up from the game, can't sleep. I'm like, let's.
Were you at that game?
I did go to the game.
Okay, so dude, to touch on that, I cannot sleep when I get home.
Nope.
From a game, it's so hard.
It's just so hyped up.
You're too hyped up.
Well, I took my buddy and my brother. It was their first Utah hockey game.
Okay,
and they just loved it. So I get home, I'm still trying to go. I'm like trying to relax, like read a book real quick. Nothing. So I'm like, I'm gonna do
some math. That'll put me to sleep.
Yeah, let's throw some numbers. Quite the opposite. I was up for like another 2 hours going through this. But so the biggest thing is like, you know, you see that nice big circle chart, and it always says 0.7%.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let's start looking at schedules, opponents, and let's really figure this out. So, you know, Utah's got 7 games left. We got 80 points now. Realistically, I would say most years, a team getting into the wild card needs between like 93 to 97 points, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Really, we max out, we can only get 94 points. So looking at it, Utah has to win their next 7 games to get 94 points.
Yeah.
From there, we're chasing Vancouver, Calgary, Minnesota, and St. Louis. I'm honestly not worried about Vancouver and Calgary. Vancouver's got a really tough schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, if they lose, I think they can lose at least 3 of the games and then they're out.
Yeah.
Calgary's the same thing. They got 4 easy games, 2 easy games against the Sharks.
Keep going. I'm going to pull up. I have like everybody's schedule pulled up. So I'm going to,
But they've got a bit of a tough schedule too. Minnesota is where it starts getting tricky, you know?
Yeah.
So I think they've got, I want to say 88 points right now. Yeah. So they've got 88 points right now.
I think it's 89 point something because they're like tied with Minnesota.
Well, yeah. So yeah, St. Louis has 89 and then Minnesota has 88 points.
Oh, okay.
Right
Gotcha.
So with Minnesota, you know, if we can only max out at 94 points, that means they can only win 3 games, right? The problem is you start bringing in all the tiebreakers.
Yeah,
got more
that's where
regulation wins than us. So really, Minnesota, we can let them have 2 wins. And before I came in here, they were tied up with the Rangers 4-4. I was really hoping the Rangers would take care of that one.
Let's go Rangers.
Yeah. So,
I mean, this is going to air next week. So we're a little behind on everything, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
But really, we need Minnesota can only win twice. St. Louis is kind of in the same situation. They have 6 games left. They can only win 2 of them. And ideally, the St. Louis one's where it gets really cool. They have 2 really winnable games. I think one against Seattle.
Who are they playing? Do you know who they're playing like this? Who did they just play?
The Blues?
Yeah, sorry, the Blues. They have Montreal, then they have Sabres, and then they have Colorado.
Okay, so the Blues last night, April 1st, they just beat the Red Wings in overtime.
Oh, okay. So they're further along than I thought.
Yeah. So
holy crap. So they won all the games that I'm looking at.
They're on a 10-game win streak. Man.
Yeah, that's insane.
Absolutely
and then
insane.
they play the Penguins.
So realistically, over the next 6 games for the Blues, they should beat the Penguins. They should beat the Kraken. You know, the 3 questionable ones, Avs, Jets, Oilers, those should all be tougher coin flip games.
Yeah, they need to lose those. And then they play us.
And then the final game of the season for us, we win out and things play out the way that they should. That is a win or go home game.
It is.
For
Yeah.
us.
That'd be crazy. How crazy would that would be like playoff hockey without playoffs.
Exactly. It sucks it won't be at home.
Yeah.
It also sucks it's the second night of a back-to-back. But doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Our boys are fighting hard to get to this point. We give them the opportunity. They fight to get to that point. I know they're going to give it everything for that one last night to get us into the playoffs.
Yeah. We just played Calgary. So we got the Kings, Jets, Kraken. Dude, why am I forget? Is it the Sabres?
No. You gotta love
Who's that
right
stupid team?
That's the Preds.
Oh, the Predator. Dude, I'm sorry.
Concussion.
I have the concussion.
More concussions.
No, my memory is so bad, dude. Like I'll be at home and like, hey babe, let's get that what's that food? And it's like the most stupidest like
Eggs?
Yeah. Dude, I have brain farts all the time. It's amazing that I run a podcast.
I love it. So yeah, if you look at Utah, like
Predators, yes.
I threw it in my Twitter account when I posted something earlier today. You know, winnable games: LA, Seattle, Nashville twice. We played them twice in a week, and then the 3 tough ones.
Yeah.
You know, Winnipeg, Dallas, St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know, I think Winnipeg and Dallas are probably the 2 hardest games for us, especially Dallas on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But our boys are resilient. So
yeah.
I'm until our probability says 0.00. I'm all in and saying
I'm all in for miracles.
Win.
That'd be cool.
This is our playoff miracle. Inaugural year. Go on a hot streak, get into the playoffs, and guess what? We're coming in hot. We're gonna go through it.
Yeah.
Hot.
So one thing I'm gonna say, Ed Cable from Five Lives Vodka, he had a really good take on like making the playoffs this year. He's kind of happy that we're not counting it out yet, but if we don't make it, it's I think it'll be kind of good for the state. I think if we get a new NHL team and they come in and they make the playoffs, and then it kind of sets the bar high. You know,
it's like Vegas.
Yeah. Sets the bar really high. We have this new fan group. We have a lot of people that don't understand hockey. So they're learning it, right? And so it would almost be good to like just have this team, this really high energy of everything that happened. We almost make the playoffs. And then next year we make the playoffs, you know, and then the next year after that we make the playoffs and then we start running in the playoffs. So that perspective I thought was pretty interesting. And I was like, I agree. I agree to that.
I actually like that a lot because it can be too much to be super successful immediately. Yeah. I mean, you kind of look at Vegas, you know, instantly hot first couple of years. And then all that salary cap issues, they kind of tugged along. The team kind of crashed down to earth. And the kind of support kind of weaned for a little bit for a new area until they rebuilt it the right way. And now they've got a great fan base.
Yeah.
Great
and that
fan
was
base.
my team because so like when I was doing the music at the Grizzlies, that was when I fell in love with hockey. I didn't have a team. And then the Vegas started a team and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's, 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
And I've been to a lot of games there.
So I've always been an Avs fan, but I lived in Vegas for 4 years as a kid. When Vegas got a team, I went out, I got a jersey.
Yeah.
They were always going to be my number 2 team. Like loved them.
Have you ever been there to a game?
One time.
Okay.
It's incredible.
Crazy.
Incredible.
It's like a Vegas nightclub show.
It is.
Like,
and that's something about like, if your team is going to go play Vegas, like sometime in your life, you have to go down there.
Yeah.
It's a completely different experience from anything else in the NHL.
It really is.
I've been to like about a half a dozen arenas or so.
Okay, cool. Nice.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I went to an Avs game. And this was before Vegas was a thing.
Yeah.
That was wherever it was closest. I was like, I'm going to go travel there, you know? So yeah, I've been to an Avs game, got some great seats there. Yeah, didn't pay nearly as much as we pay here, but
oh my goodness. Yeah. So I've been to, so this year I went to Seattle to watch our boys play in Seattle. I've also
and that's at the Climate Pledge Arena.
Climate Pledge Arena.
Yeah. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I went and saw Imagine Dragons there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we there was like 50 of us from Utah.
Oh, really?
Flew up there and like made the game.
I did actually notice that. I saw a lot of posts. So you went to that game.
I was it was a Friday game and I was working that morning and caught a flight up to.
Did you get the note? Utah Hockey Club note? Have you seen those going around?
Those. I should have grabbed one. My boss was like, we were on like a team meeting and he's like, anyone doing anything fun this weekend? I'm just silent.
You got a green screen behind you.
Yeah, my camera's not working. I'm just gonna leave this off. I'm at the airport. I'm like, oh, please don't ask me to talk. I can't do this.
Nice.
But met up with a bunch of cool people that been talking online with. We took a group picture.
Yeah.
Got to see their arena, which was absolutely gorgeous.
It's a nice arena. Yeah.
Very, very beautiful, very impressive. But so I've been there.
I think Nick Archer. Do you know Nick Archer? He's one of the guys that has kind of done graphic designs for logos.
Okay.
Yeah, for Utah in the early days, April.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
So I've been there. I've been to San Jose, Vegas, Colorado, Winnipeg, and randomly Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Buffalo. How was that?
It was okay. Winnipeg was actually really
nice. Winnipeg would be, they've always been like just a down and dirty, like big, tough team.
Yeah, I was up there for work and I somehow booked a hotel like right down the street from the arena. There was 2 games that week and I'll never forget. One of the games they played the Blackhawks. I got to see a hat trick happen.
There you go. Oh,
we got to see.
We need one. Utah, come on, let's get a hat trick.
We got to see the Blackhawks pull their goalie and spend the full 2.5 minutes in the Jets zone.
Oh, nice.
Like never left the puck, never left once, and I was like losing my mind at that game. It was one of the coolest games I've ever been to.
Anyways, so what are your thoughts for next season? I don't know, off-season moves. Anything to look forward to in the off season?
In your opinion? I haven't really dove into it too much. Yeah. Like I'm excited for the team. We've got a ton of cap room.
Yeah.
We've got some things solidified, like at least our starting goalie, our defensemen are really good. We've got a good core young players. So now it's like some of these, what's direction we're going to go into? Are we going to go get some of the really big names and spend some cash? Some of the mid-level guys? What do we need? What kind of news are we going to get out of Ryan and for the arena of like what they're planning on doing with that?
It's going to be cool because it's like, the hockey season's ending, but there's still so much going on specifically with Utah because of all the stuff that we're still growing with, arena improvements, youth hockey, all that stuff. I mean, everything is just gonna get crazy. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. So the other Vegas game that I went to, I was actually in Vegas, not for that reason. You reminded me of it because you're like, I was at work and I was just like, I went and caught a game. So I went to Vegas for the When We Were Young music festival.
Oh, jealous.
Yeah. Well, it got shut down by the wind.
The wind?
Yeah.
Oh, you were there that year. Oh, no.
Yeah, dude, we were so upset. And then, we didn't have any choice. They were like, you can't use your tickets for tomorrow. It's a 2-day festival thing. And they wouldn't let us use tickets for tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
And we were out there with, I think, 5 people, just a group of friends. And so we're like, all right, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
We got our refund. And so we're like, all right, well, we have all this money now. So what are we going to blow it on?
Vegas.
Yeah. And so we went and caught a Vegas Golden Knights game, I think that night. And then the following morning we went to a Raiders NFL game.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So
what a weekend.
And I wore my Miami Dolphins jersey in the Raiders stadium. So that was pretty
Glad
funny.
you made it out alive.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I totally forgot about that crazy windstorm.
Yeah, that was not a good thing. Any music festival, dude, I'm there. Try to be anyways.
Yeah.
Going to the Papa Roach concert on tomorrow.
Oh, dope. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
that's way cool, man. Yeah, I think the biggest thing, like I think you and me have talked about offline, like the whole Ryan Smith thing with building the rinks and just, I just want to kind of emphasize, like, it's such a great program and his commitment to doing that.
I think they have a lot to learn still, but as anybody would, being put in this situation.
100%.
So
This is going to be a lot of trial and error. Like what works,
for sure.
what doesn't work.
A lot of people are like judgmental and stuff on social media and whatnot. And even I was at one point, you know, with all the music and whatnot. And we're interviewing the DJ of the Utah Hockey Club, by the way.
It's going to be amazing.
That's going to be a great episode. Can't wait for that one. But yeah. So yeah, I think everybody just gets in their head a little bit and they're like, well, why aren't they doing it like this? And it's like, dude, do you realize like what we have and what it takes and how much work and just everything, dude? There's so many moving parts and
it's like I posted to like the mayor of Syracuse on Facebook and just like check this, like, hey everyone, check this out. Is this cool? All the citizens thought it was really cool, and the mayor basically got on there like, I don't know about this.
What did you post?
I said like, here's Ryan Smith's plans of like, the incentive of up to $500K and everything for building rinks
and the mayor said they don't know about this?
He was like, I don't know. We really got to look into this. What are the strings attached and operating costs? Like, I don't know. And I was like, that's kind of that guy in general.
Yeah,
so I was like, that's kind of what I expected.
Right.
But you start driving up the people to get their voices loud enough.
Me and Destin are going to try and put together a presentation for just roller hockey. Because I think that's more achievable, like a lot cheaper, a lot more achievable just to present something to a city and say, look, this sport is growing, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
And you can provide a place for people to enjoy it. It's not ice hockey, but it's a step. It's
a step in the right direction.
For sure.
That's how I started. I mean, I played roller hockey as a kid.
Yeah.
And I just started ice skating 2 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and same, like when I got into this, Destin was like, dude, if you're going to do a hockey podcast, you gotta. I'm like, I know. And I can't ice skate. I just can't stop. I got to learn the hockey stop still, but
I just got my hockey stop down.
Did you? Okay.
It was like the greatest moment.
Well, next time you guys go out, let me know. Cause I go out and play with Destin and he put me into a hockey drop in against Weber State College players.
Oh God.
Yeah. And that was like my first experience. I'm like, bro, dude, no, I can't. He's like, no, you're fine. I'm like, no, dude, this is not how you learn. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing that you can tell me that can change my mind. But yeah. So one last thing, wasn't your tweet the one that got Ryan Smith's attention for the rinks?
It was.
Nice.
So that all kind of started. We went to go ice skating.
Yeah. Oh, and you were on the news too.
Yeah, I was just on Fox 13.
All right,
dude.
yeah.
Like
everything is clicking now.
The past 45 days have been kind of crazy. Like it's. I mean, it all started with Bill Frazier interviewing me for the Salt Lake Tribune to talk about Four Nations. And then this story with Ryan Smith. We went to go skate, and they had the Iron Cup tournament going on at Bountiful. It's just a youth hockey tournament. It was a 4-day tournament. So my kid was all disappointed. He just got him going. Yeah. And then my buddy's like, you should just tweet at Ryan Smith. Because we looked everywhere. Yeah. There was literally no place other than driving all the way down to the Olympic Oval to skate, which is not doable on a school night for a 5-year-old. So I tweeted him, thought nothing of it until the next day. And then
you woke up, you're like, whoa.
My phone's just blowing up.
I've got 5,000 followers on Twitter now.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is going on? Yeah. And so, which was, full credit to Ryan and his team. I know they were already working on that and doing that stuff.
But it's cool.
Really, all I did was like push the transparency of it.
Yeah.
A little bit faster.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's cool that he responded. He didn't have to.
For sure.
I never thought in a million years he would. My buddy who told me to tweet it, like I screenshotted it, sent it to him. Because he was like, if Ryan responds to you, he'll forever be my king. Yeah. And I was like, I sent it to him, like, obey your king. He is yours now.
Bow down.
Yeah. So just a really cool experience. I think it continues to show that Ryan Smith's probably the greatest owner in sports.
Yeah. I mean, they put that article out recently that he's like, or he got like ranked like, number 6 or
7 or 8 or something like that already. Like that. And they were and it wasn't hired just because like it's kind of incomplete. We haven't had a full season yet. Yeah. But I think he'll be at the top spot. One day. No doubt in my mind. Everything that he does for the sport, for Utah, it's just incredible. And I think you see a lot of other ownership realizing that, or at least their fans realizing that it could be so much better.
Well, I think, I've said it on this podcast many times. I think hockey is just nationwide. I mean, it's already a worldwide amazing sport. Absolutely. I think nationwide it's going to turn into something even bigger because I think people are just like with basketball, dude. I think people are. I got sick of it. I used to love basketball. I used to watch it all the time. I can't watch it anymore. It's just the flopping, the
fouls,
they showed
the threes.
Threes. They showed a graph of how many 3-pointers are shot today versus like 2000s or something. And it was like it was just astronomical.
My group of guys, we've been playing fantasy basketball together, like the 10 of us for like 11 years now.
Oh yeah.
And like all of us this year were like half-ass into it.
Yeah.
And we're kind of talking about taking a break next year.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the fantasy basketball made regular basketball more fun.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's-
Oh yeah.
but
for sure.
it's
Fantasy anything makes
Exactly.
everything fun. Yeah.
But it's been so unbearable to watch basketball this year that we're like, well, maybe we just need a break. So we might do fantasy hockey next year.
Yeah.
Because we're getting the boys into it. So
for sure.
we'll move on and give basketball a chance to fix itself.
And fantasy is a great way. Like if you're new to hockey and you want to learn all these players and everything, fantasy is a great way to learn who is who.
Yes.
And who is the best and who's
blocking shots.
Yep,
Who's scoring goals?
Yep.
Who's assisting?
It's like
it's incredible.
And I do a lot of NFL fantasy, and it's like I know every single player and like where they play. It's like I'm not quite there yet with hockey. I'll admit, but hockey it's hard because
I've played fantasy hockey before. It is hard.
Well, even just like watching guys on the ice, it's like now I'm learning like by how they skate. Yeah. It's like that's Logan Cooley or something. So like if you watch it enough, you like kind of pick up on things like that. But yeah, anyways,
no, I'm all about that. Like I have a habit of picking an opposing player and chirping at them all game. Yeah. So last night it was number 21 on the Flames. I think it's Rooney.
Yeah.
And it all started because he just like slipped on the ice, and then I was on top.
Rooney!
At that point, I looked him up who it was. I'm just Rooney. Yeah. When did you learn to skate? And then he like missed a shot, and I was just chirping at him all night long. It's my favorite.
Well, that's a thing. People need to do that. That's hockey culture.
You've got to chirp. It's got to come naturally. Yep. Like it's got to be good. Like
I don't do piss off the goalie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah. Love that.
Well, I think we're just about out of time here, and Destin never showed back up. His
trusty water bottle.
Yeah. His spirit is here with us. What was that? What was that, Destin? No. All right. Hey, thanks for coming on, dude.
Absolutely,
this has been
man.
Fantastic.
This was great.
That was a fun episode, really.
This was
that was a comedy
a lot
show.
happened here today.
That's how my day has been. So thanks for coming on. This has been the Puck Drop Podcast. We'll see you next time.